Alright guys, it's been a while. I have to apologize. There's three reasons why I have not been posting videos. One is my computer had crapped out for a while and I had to get it fixed or figure out how to fix it myself. Two, I was getting PMs from real idiots and I got tired of getting PMs from idiots, so I stopped posting videos. And by idiots I mean derogatory, ignorant type of comments that just basically made me not want to post any more videos. The third was I haven't really collected anything. I haven't really got anything to show you, so I didn't feel it was worth your time to actually come and see the videos if there's no real good content. But in that time, I've had a lot of people ask me a lot of questions and ask me to do this, that, and the other thing. Money is tight. I can't go out and buy any sort of expansion packs or anything like that, booster packs for box openings and stuff. So I've kind of shied away from that sort of thing. There is a couple new expansion boosters that are going to be coming out. I think they're called champion decks. And I plan on getting those when they come out. I'll do a couple of box openings of those, box breaks, whatever they call them. I'll do a couple of those. I'm just kind of showing this so most people know what the video is about. I will address a couple of questions that I've got in PMs and comments. So, you know, if you ask me a question through a PM or a comment, I'm going to try and answer it here. If I didn't answer it, it's probably because I lost it because I've got so many of them. So I'm just going to rifle through these really fast. I guess Mr. Jaylee92 has asked me to do a deck building video, and I would like to do a deck building video, but I'm opening myself up to a lot more hate mail if I do that. And I don't like hate mail. No one likes hate mail. A bunch of trolls out there like to get onto your channel and give you hate mail. I never said I was perfect. This is the way I do things, and you might do things differently. I try and get all the rules correctly. I do make mistakes. So just keep that in mind when you're watching the videos. If you do find something that I have made a mistake on, by all means I have no problem with you correcting it, but you don't have to be belligerent about it. Not specifically you, Mr. Sigil92, but yes, I will eventually end up doing a how to build a deck. These are subjective and it changes from person to person depending on your personal taste. The next one is from, who is this? Toshiba3 ATEEJI. Thanks for all the videos, but I have some questions. Can you play with two different decks, i.e. War of the Elements and Scourge Wars? Yes, you can, as long as you're not playing in a tournament. Tournaments will only allow you, and I've said this numerous times, tournaments will only allow you to play with the last two blocks. And Scourge War, to my knowledge, is not one of the last two blocks. What are resource cards, and can you show an example? I have done that in previous videos. Please go watch my previous videos. I don't want to keep, with all the other people that are viewing my videos, I don't want to keep rehashing the same stuff over and over again because it's going to get really boring for other people. But I do have a video where I have addressed that. It's probably one of the first two videos that I have. Please go back and take a look at that. I really don't want to get into that all over again. How many dice do you need for a game and what range? You don't need dice to play this game. It does help to keep track of things. Now I have a BlackBerry Playbook, and there's a little app on the Playbook. There's apps for the iPhone, there's apps for the Android that will allow you to have counters on them so you can keep track of the health points for your heroes. Dice, if you want to use dice, I usually use about 6 to 7 dice per person, and that seems to be adequate for me, and there are D6 dice or 6-sided dice. Where can you find the card protector things? Amazon? Yes, you can find them at Amazon. Basically, you're any local retailer, any local comic book shop, game store. If you've got them locally, they will most likely carry it. Any place that sells Magic the Gathering cards is going to sell card protectors, or sleeves is what they're called. So if they sell Magic the Gathering, I guarantee you they sell card protectors or card sleeves. So check that out. Next one, same guy again, Mr. Shigili92. I know you asked me before in another video, how do you build a deck? I will get into that, but I'll go a little bit further with it a little bit later. Need help with, oh, this is from Tortured Fraggles. Need help with a World of Warcraft TCG card. I bought this Hunter deck a few days ago. I'm just starting out, so the language is a little difficult for me. Don't worry, sometimes what they write on the cards is confusing for me. I've got to read like 4 or 5 times, and then I got to go to the internet and research it. I got a weapon with card stake thrower. It says this weapon enters play with a stake counter. Then below it says remove a stake counter. This weapon has +3 attack this combat. What is a stake counter? Thanks for your help. Any help that you can give. A stake counter is just basically that. It helps you keep track of how many stakes are being used by that card. Now, a stake counter might not actually be something that is mass-produced, a commercial item. Okay, it might be just as simple as putting a marble or a penny on your card to signify a stake counter. I hope that helps. I know language barriers aside, this may not be too clear, but I hope that helps for you. Tortured Fragiles again, or Fraggles. I've been watching your vids now. They're really helpful, so thanks. I hear you might branch out into other games. Have you tried the big time TCG that's Magic the Gathering? Yes, I've tried it. Not the actual physical game. I've played the digital version of it. I do like it. I will never buy the cards because I already have WoW TCG, and as far as I'm concerned, and I'll get a lot of hate for this, I think WoW TCG is superior to Magic the Magic the Gathering, only because of that one final mechanic that this has that I don't believe Magic the Gathering has. It allows you to flip over your resource cards, flip over any card to make it a resource card, and I don't believe Magic the Gathering has adopted that mechanic. Amazing Pie 100. Hey, I'm new. I wanted to start to play WoW TCG. I was curious what would be the best types of decks right now, and what would be the best set to start buying. Any one of the most current starter decks, 2011, fall 2011, and those ones actually include the Death Knight deck. I've already said in one of my previous videos, and I've done box openings for the new starter decks, is I particularly favor the Rogue deck, and I also favor the Death Knight deck. I find those are two pretty good decks for someone who's just starting out, so check those out. And I obviously can't tell you what's the best deck. It all depends on what you want to play. I prefer those two decks myself. Again from from somebody. No, Amazing Pie 100 again. Nope. We've already answered that. You sent it twice. Printron 5. Hi there. Great review. I have one question. I would like to start WoW TCG or for the dungeons and the starter decks, but can I combine both factions in one game? Let's say no. Actually, if you're going to play the dungeon decks, you cannot mix factions. Picture this: you're playing the online game. You're not going to have Horde and Alliance both teaming up together to do a dungeon raid. So no, if you want to stay true to the game, you cannot mix factions. Nothing to stop you from doing it, but it's really not the way it's supposed to go. And no, it's not against the rules. It's your game. When you have it in your house and you want to play it under your rules, you can house rule it. I myself don't like to do that. I like to have my one faction on this side, another faction on this side, and that's the way it goes. I would like to go as a priest, warrior, rogue, but I can only find undead priest from Horde faction. Warrior, rogue. Okay, so I hope that actually answers your question. Yes, you can. It's not widely accepted. It's not really ever done, but there's nothing stopping you from doing it. Ryan Yap 100. Hey, watched all of your videos. Learned a lot. So I'm just kind of going through and reading this here. A couple of friends who want to play, but a capital city, from a smaller city compared to the capital. I really don't know what you're asking here. Oh, champion decks. I don't know anything about champion decks yet until they come out, so stay tuned for that. This is from Ryan Eap 100. Once they come out, what I do know about champion decks is I think they're fashioned after tournament winners. That's all I know about them. Okay, now heading off to the comments. This is always fun, especially with some comments. Okay, I don't know how far to go back with the comments, but let's try this one here. Oh, I deserve way more subs. All right, thank you very much. That was from Ghost Panda 34. Let's see, Martin Allen. Wow. I love this deck. Check out my new channel. Okay, so everyone check out Martin Allen. Wow, because he commented on my video. Which video I don't know. Scarlet Monastery. That's right. No, that one's irrelevant. Comments. Where are the amount of damage stated on the card? The amount of damage stated on the card. I'd probably have to go look at my video again. This is from someone who doesn't really have a name, just a bunch of letters. So you know what? I don't really want to answer that question. I assume you're talking attack damage, and that would be in the lower left corner if it can do damage. Okay, and a second question. He is not healed. Yeah, whatever. Comment, I was looking through my dwarf deck, and in my War of Elements I got a hero, a Goblin Hunter. Can I use this during battle? If not, how can I use this? If it's a hero, put it in your deck. You can use it. It's a hero card. I hope that answers that question. Oh, someone asked where you get the mats from. Where I get my mats. You get them from the Epic Collection boxes. Or you can buy them separately on eBay, and most stores who do box breaks and sell the packs or break them up, they can sell individual parts. You can buy the mats. Usually the mats range from about 10 to 20 bucks. So it's better for you to buy the Epic box because you usually get about 5 or 6 packs of cards, a deck box, a storage box, and a player mat, all for like $20 to $28 or something like that, depending on where you live. Okay, and Scully Yoshi 343 says I should get into this. Yes, you should get into this. This is a really good game. I don't play competitively, so crud. I don't play competitively, so that's just how I feel about it. Comment on YouTube. How many cards I need in a deck? Obviously, English is not the first language. I have 42 cards on my desk, so I want to ask that I need 60 or more cards, or can I play with less than 60? I believe when this game first came out, I think, don't quote me on this, they played with 40 cards. You really should try and bump it up to about 60 cards. It makes for a more well-rounded game. But again, once you get this thing at home, and you want to play with your buddies, play with 40 cards. Nothing's stopping you from doing that, but the rules do say 60 cards. Minimum 60 cards. And oh, this is from 99EK Videos. You should really post more games because that vid against your son really helped me a lot. Helped me understand it. I also got a question. I have a Lord of Icecrown. He's a Master Scourge hero, but the text says it requires a Scourge ally or a Death Knight hero, which confuses me since it says hero, but it's also a Master hero, not really a hero. It's a Master hero. When it says that you have to have a Scourge ally, I assume that's in play. And I'm not prepared to answer this question, but I'm going to do it the best I can. You require a Scourge ally in play or a Death Knight hero being used. When you're able to play your Master hero, if you're using a Death Knight as your hero, you can switch it out. If you're not using a Death Knight as your hero, and you have a Scourge ally in play, then you can also switch it out. I believe. I could be wrong. I have that card that you're talking about. I never use it. But it's a cool card. And that's, aside from that, and those things there, and without duplicating, that's all I've got. And you know, I'm going to show you something here. Let's see if I can do this. Take this off here. Okay. Alrighty. So, oops. Oh, upside down. There we go. Alright, so, I got this whole thing of games here that I would eventually like to get into. I'm researching some D&D. All day today I was making a new character card for my Dungeons & Dragons board game adventures. Okay, so I kind of created this little thing. I ripped off some stuff from the internet and put it on there. That's actually very, very handy if you want to do campaigns, which the game does not really allow you to do. I pulled this out too. I was going to tell you something about the cases that your starter decks come in. The old starter decks come in. Don't throw those out. Save those. Sell them. Do whatever. I would be interested in them because I use them for other things. This game that you see here, Zombie in My Pocket, was originally a print-and-play game. You can get it on BoardGameGeek.com for free, or you can buy, and which is a solitaire game, or you can buy the 1 to 8 player version of the game. But it comes in a real cheesy, plasticky kind of. This is the storage container it comes in. It's a piece of crap as far as I'm concerned, and I don't like it. So what I did was I ended up taking my starter deck and took out the contents of it, which I saved, and now I store any weird and wonderful card games inside there with all of the appropriate bits. This is wonderful if you're going to be have like print and play games or other card games that you might want to put in here. Don't throw these out. I think they're getting boxes like this to store card games is becoming more and more difficult, and I think this is a wonderful thing to have, so don't throw them out. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked it. I might do a video a little bit later on a different game, and that's it. Alright, guys, catch you later.